Well, Chris here. There's still a lot of misinformation going around about the effectiveness of wearing masks, so I was cautious when I came across this Instagram post from an account called Red Pilling. The post claims that the CDC conducted a survey with 314 COVID-19 outpatients, and it found that 85% of the people who tested positive for COVID reported often using face masks in public, while only 8% reported they never wore a mask or covering. So let's find out, is this study real? One good thing about this post is that they included some source information and extra context in the caption. Since they included a link to a CDC summary of the study, that seems like a good place to start. But before we get into the numbers, looking at this study, it's important to note that of the 314 people surveyed, just 154 were case patients. The other 160 were control participants. So the percentages that were used in this Instagram post only apply to that small group of case patients. Let's look a little closer at the table, under case patients. 14.4% said they often used masks, while 70.6% said they always wore a mask. Adding up these two percentages gives us 84.9%, which was rounded up to 85% in the Instagram post. Of those case patients, 3.9% said they rarely wore a mask, while another 3.9% said they never wore a mask, totaling up to 7.8%, which again was rounded up for the Instagram post. But here's why those numbers are totally misleading. Of all of the people surveyed, including the case patients and the control participants, just 11 people said they never wore a mask. In comparison, 226 people said they always wore a mask. So these group sizes are just really uneven. Another thing to consider is that the group's risk of exposure vary, and of those who said they had worn a mask often or always around the time they became infected, most said they had gone shopping or were in a home with multiple people. And compared to the uninfected people in a control group, the people who said they always or often wore masks were twice as likely to have eaten at a restaurant. It never hurts to do a keyword search to see what else has been reported. And it turns out that President Trump referenced this data during his town hall in Miami, saying incorrectly that 85% of people that wear masks catch it, which the Associated Press fact-checked. According to the Associated Press, the study by the CDC did not find that 85% of mask wearers catch COVID-19. And if that were the case, the majority of Americans would be infected. We rate this post as needs context. This study was meant to assess the behavior of those exposed to COVID-19. This study does not show that people who wear masks are more likely to get COVID, which some could think based on the Instagram post.